The creature looked like a wolf, except that it was twice the size of any normal specimen. My flashlight revealed a dirty, coal-black coat. The creature turned its horrible, bloodied muzzle towards me and sniffed the air deeply. It must use smell and sound to orient itself. It had large yellow blisters where its eyes used to be. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Moscow in DR Survival. I'm your host. Very bad Russian accent, Falcon. We're in Moscow, as you can see. We have, first and foremost, we got the quest that we gotta do, right? Which is the university main building, right down through there. But obviously, we're gonna do a little bit of searching around. Primarily, we gotta come down over here. We got to come down over here to begin with. I just touched down over here from last time. I did, off-camera grinding, I think, right? Must have, should have. It's been a couple of days. But what I didn't do was jump into the safe house. I want to go there just because I want to give myself a chance to drop off some extra goods. Alright, let's start off by... Well, we do have a... I normally do like these because it gives me a chance to get some blanks for making some ammo eventually. What are we rocking as armor? We're rocking you. In order to avoid combat for a while, what I could do is let's swap over to military uniform just for the higher... Oh, no, if we're looking for stealth, use the ghillie suit, Falcon. That's true. Put the ghillie suit on, so that we hopefully... I mean, we have the motorcycle, though, which does have a really huge, like... Hey, I'm over... You see that? So the stealth bonus from the ghillie suit is being negated by the motorcycle completely. And if we get into a fight, the ghillie suit is probably not the best armor for us to have, either. But whatever. I'm a baller this way. What can I say? Let's, search. You know what? I'll take that respirator. Oh, yeah, you see that, build-up over here? I'm not sure what Moscow's level radiation is, but it's probably pretty freaking high. So much, in fact, that we might want to, like, you know, hey, we got some of the good stuff here. Why don't you use some of the good stuff, my boy? Because over here you got, what, 20? You got 30. What about you? You got 40. Well, I got 2 of you, though. Let me rock the 30 here for now. That dirty 30. We'll use you just to be a little bit safer radiation-wise. And that's about it. We got some vodka over here. You might as well just start pounding some of that now. Well, we probably shouldn't spend too much time here then. And that's what I'm kind of understanding, right? That's gonna be that saltpita. Let me get that saltpita. Alright. Is it just me, or is the searching going through, like, super fast? Oh, hey, speaking of which, welder broken. So, we can fix you. It is going to be a matter, though, of I gotta fix you and then take your ass, your heavy ass, somewhere to where to go back to. Where we're going back to eventually? Well, I guess Leningrad. Leningrad does have... I mean, Leningrad's somewhere up there. But Leningrad does have the, what was it? That room that we found that apparently keeps things fresh for a long time. The cellar? The cellar, that's what it's called. So that's going to be kind of like where we go back to. So technically speaking, I would do this off camera, but we can fix this welder. And I could take it all the way back up off camera. And I will do that. So you know what I'll do? For now, let me just mark myself with something that I remember. Let's give it a star. We're up to 29 radiation, by the way, Falcon. Yes, we are. So, that's way too much. What about you? 25. We'll drop this 25 on ourselves here. Just to keep us nice and honest here for a bit longer. And what I could do is I got a little bit of thirst happening. Let's go ahead and just make that coffee. And have that drink, get some energy. That's good. Alright. Now, we have a hospital over there. Might want to check that out. I'll leave a lot of the scavenging for myself off camera. How about that? Let's just focus today on story progression. However, this looks a little bit different. Oh, this is the tech school, right? Yeah, I don't see this one too often, so every time I see that building, it's kind of like, Tech school. Yeah, I'll just do it off camera. We have a military base over there as well. Let's come down here first and foremost, though. I've been meaning to check this out. Mausoleum. Apparently, I can meet a lot of hunting targets here. The Kremlin. Necropolis wall of the Kremlin. There is a broken cross in there. Now, I don't know about this, but can I assume that Gas 66? Cross 255. Cross 255. I would not be surprised. You guys could correct me on this if I'm wrong. But I would not be surprised it... That's not the one. Down here. I would not be surprised this bad boy here is probably like one of the few rare crosses. And in order to fix that, you need to come back here. The Spskaya Tower Foundation. Okay, well, we're finding absolutely nothing here at all, huh? Tower Spire? There's nothing here at all. It's just a bunch of Goombas that we could fight. Aw, I was hoping for something good in here. Alrighty, well, we gave it a try. So, where's our quest? Main building, down here. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time here because of the freaking radiation. Although, since we are going to check this building out for the quest anyway, might as well just get those small compartments out of the way so I don't have to worry about it later when I do my off-camera grinding, so I'll take that for now. That's a body I don't really care too much about. The canteen! Yeah, I see the salt. I see the salt and I want the salt to consume me right now. As much as this freaking radiation's consuming my life at the moment. Have some of the drink. Have some of the drink. Let's eat some fish, only for the premise to make me thirstier, so we can have some coffee. That's what's up. Look at that. Your boy's a smart boy. Alright, let me get this over here. Let me get that salt. Fine. Come here. Okay, so this is where we gotta go. I'll check you out afterwards. Classrooms. Ah, we have ourselves an ad. Oh, this radiation's just kicking my ass. I want to see this ad, though. Okay, let me tell you guys what it was after I sit through this. Well, that was fairly boring. It was King of Avalon, Dragon Warfare. There was nothing going on. It was just literally gameplay. And, just music that's kind of related to the game, so it was fine. It was actually a perfectly fine, boring commercial. But I'd rather have something that's really silly so I can make fun of it. But you know, sometimes you just don't get what you want. And more Makarov handgun. Do I need pistol parts anymore now that we have the gun that I made? The pew 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 gun? I'm not sure if I need any more gun parts or something on the line. That's gonna be the upgraded heavy crossbow. You need probably rifle parts, right? Yeah, rifle parts. Yeah, nothing over here really stands out to me like, hey, you need pistol parts anymore. So you know what? Just leave it alone. That radiation, no, that's gonna be a problem. So, that's gonna be too excessive, I would say. Just booze it up? I guess we'll just booze it up. Should probably have the red wine, which is, like, you know, less of a problem for my, power, stamina, whatever. But, whatever. Have that. Now let's come back over here, make myself a little bit more coffee. That'll do for now. Okay, yeah, so I'll leave that behind. Don't really care about it. I mean, disassemble it, though. Do we get some mechanics? Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Assemblers for the experience. Let me get that. Let me get that. Otherwise, we're good. This should be the last part. Lab. Got some salt and pita. Salt and pita. Alright, let's get through this fast, dude. This radiation is just making it really... You know, I feel like really on edge today. Like, I just want to have a nice, relaxing time in the art, but this radiation is just making me feel like I gotta be fast about everything. Okay, apparently we have an event, too. So let me save just in case something goes down over here. Yeah, get out of here. I'll rate you later. The Institute of Virology. If the survivor dies during... Oh, this is going to be one of those quest things, so it's a good thing we saved. Dies during the text quest, the quest will restart. I can't have any injuries. You require a flashlight and a firearm. We have both of them, so we are good to start this mission. Tip, remember, in text quest, every choice you make will have consequences. Read the event and the choice description carefully, choose well, and you'll not only be able to complete the quest successfully, but you'll also have the chance to acquire useful items or improve the survivor's skills. Rash actions may lead to unpleasant encounters, injuries, or even death. Good luck! Huh. Maybe even dead, but good luck! Thanks. Alrighty. You see those animal-like footprints over there? Yeah, I see them. The building had been hardly damaged at all in the nuclear attack. Some of the window frames even had glass left in them. The lobby gave no indication of the catastrophe that had happened outside, apart from the thick layer of dust that lay over the old couches, the coat rack in the cloakroom, and the reception desk. But something was niggling at me. In the dim light, I saw two sets of boot prints going towards the stairwell. And there were some animal tracks as well, similar to wolf tracks, but too big to belong to a wolf. Well, that's concerning. I started going up the stairs. The large iron door to the second floor was shut. Judging by the dust in the front of the door and on the handle, it hadn't been opened in many years. The tracks continued to go on up to the third floor. A muffled sound filtered down from somewhere above me, like a chair being knocked over. I think somebody's up there. The door to the 3rd floor was wide open. Beyond it, I saw a small vestibule with 3 iron doors. 2 of the doors had padlocks, but the 3rd was slightly ajar. There was a broken padlock lying on the floor next to it. The sign next to the door read, Department of Molecular Virology. I walked closer and heard a low, drawn-out sound like a moan. The corridor beyond the door was dark, but a little light was shining into it from the window behind me. And then I saw something half a meter in front of me. A pool of blood. Okay, so we have options here. Turn on the flashlight and go into the corridor. Draw your weapon, turn on the flashlight, and go into the corridor. Well, if we're seeing blood, we might as well be prepared, so draw your weapon. Trying to move silently, I stepped into the dark corridor. The beam of my flashlight slid along the rough, white shed wall, and landed on a sign at the nearest door. State Collection of Viruses. Full of caution, I crept further along the corridor. The sign at the next door read, Chemotherapy Laboratory. The trail of blood from the puddle led here, but I couldn't hear anything behind the door. I went on. Yet another door, but this one didn't have a sign. However, there was a sign on the last door that read, Virus Structure Laboratory. There was some kind of noise coming from behind this door. The noise was muffled, but it sounded like a growl. Well, let's go in it. Oh my god. That is a terrible creature. It's bleeding from its eyes and its mouth too. Eyes. It's got more than one eye. At least it did, maybe. Okay, don't. Okay, look, I missed the first part, so we gotta. Dude? I went up to the door and heard a low, threatening snarl. Whatever was in the room, it had heard my footsteps or smelled me. The door opened into the room. I gave it a quiet nudge and peered through the opening. Inside was a small workroom. I saw near the door, and a black beast stood in front of it. The creature looked like a wolf, except that it was twice the size of any normal specimen. My flashlight revealed a dirty, coal black coat. The creature turned its horrible, bloodied muzzle towards me and sniffed the air deeply. It must use smell and sound to orient itself. It had large yellow blisters where its eyes used to be. Ah, so now we have found out why we couldn't see those eyes to begin with, huh? The wolf jumped right at me. The door withstood the impact of its massive body, but I was sent flying against the corridor wall. My first reaction was to grab my gun, but then I lowered it, reconsidering. Going into this fight, unprepared, could be suicide. Let's go for it. Oh, it's a fight, a boss fight in a sense, huh? Look at the amount of damage he does. Had I known this, I would have, healed up before we went into, and we have the ghillie suit too. Oh my god. Oh god. Might as well go for this. Okay. Let's start off by... He does so much damage. That's terrifying how much damage that thing does. Nice, nice. We removed all the armor and he's down to 102 HP. This is the perfect strat. So now we kind of, in a way, got this. Do we retreat and let him come to us? That would not be the worst idea, I would say, because if I take a shot now, we'll do 46 to 69, he'll almost be dead, but then he's gonna basically come at me and just rush my ass pretty badly. I could just move one, save, and then we could hopefully try to take him off next turn with the shotty. Although 57 to 115 isn't really a secure shot, so yeah, you know what, let's just go with this shot then. He missed! Oh, with the clutch dodge! Oh, no, your boy. Oh, he missed again. Got him. No! My hubris is getting the best of me. Yo, dude, you can't miss anymore. Oh boy. Alright. It wasn't bad because of the grenade, obviously, that helped out a lot. Without that grenade, probably a different fight. Although, knowing about it, I would have probably come in with full HP and, better armor, but hey. I can't even believe that I survived that fight. It was like the beast didn't feel pain at all. When I seriously injured it, it showed no signs of shock. It didn't weaken from blood loss. I can't say the same for myself. You better not be critically hurt here, my man. Go into the inner room or go back to the corridor. Well, I mean, we took him out for a reason, now let's get our asses in here. The interior door was all scratched up by the wolf's claw and teeth. I turned the handle and pushed, but the door didn't budge. I pushed with all my strength, but it still didn't move. Was it locked? No, something wasn't right. The wolf wouldn't guard it like that. I listened, not a sound. Shout, open up, everything's okay, I killed it. Go back to the corridor. I mean, we don't know who's back there, so it could be something kind of dangerous, but, let's go for it. Oh, it's a dude. About a minute later, I heard a sharp scraping sound behind the door. Someone was pushing away something heavy. At last, the handle began to turn. I took a step back. A short and stocky young guy appeared before me. Young guy? He doesn't look too young to me. He barely reached my shoulders, but his look of pure joy transformed into one of the horror when he saw the gun barrel pointed straight at his face. In a quiet voice, he stuttered the words, I thought he was Vadim. Who are you? Who am I? Just an average drifter? Who might you be? None of your business, who are you? Let's go with an average drifter. I am Alex, said the kid. Oh, he's supposed to be a kid? He's supposed to be a kid? Okay, look, first and foremost, you tell me he's a young guy. Now you're telling me he's a kid? That doesn't look like a kid to me. Like, I'm getting on the older side of myself, but I'm aging really freaking good. I gotta be honest with you. I look like in my early 20s right now. And look at this guy, he's supposed to be a kid? Looks like he's in his like late 30s or 40s. Alright, maybe I'm just putting too much stock on looks here. I'm Alex, said the kid, grinning broadly. My buddy and me live not far from here, near Mitishki. Ever been? No. Sometimes we make trips into the city, do a quick run through the grocery stores, and then straight back home. No, don't go thinking we're bandits or something. We've never laid a finger on anybody. I used to be a chef, and Vadim worked as a senior engineer. He's a chef too? This is like Doogie Howser. He's Doogie Howser. It's not Doogie. Doogie's poop. He's Doogie Howser. He's a kid chef genius. He went from being a young man to a kid who apparently was a chef too. We don't even know how to shoot. We're completely harmless. Well, there was 2 sets of footprints, so I guess that would explain his Vadim. Is Vadim still alive? Who knows? Our luck ran out this time. The beast was tracking us. We decided to hide in this institute, and it came after us. Vadim fell behind and I got stuck here in this room. Jumping out the window was my last resort. Thank you for saving me. You're a good guy. I'll never forget it. He reached out to hug me, but he took? What? Oh, that should be probably an I. But I took a wary step back. Don't be afraid, we don't even have any weapons. Oh, that's him again. Don't be afraid, we don't even have any weapons. Hey, you didn't see Vadim. You didn't see Vadim, right? You didn't see Vadim around, did you? Did he survive? Okay, we have a little bit of grammar issues here with this plotline. No, I didn't. Maybe he survived. Lie. Yeah, he survived. He's alive and well. I saw him. I'm sorry, but he died. The wolf chewed him up. So maybe there was an option for us to run into Vadim before this, had we not fought the beast immediately. Well, since I'm not sure what this will do and we don't know for a fact if we saw the body or not, if it's there, let's just go with the first one. Since you haven't seen him, that must mean he got out. Alex looked over appraisingly. And if he got out, that means he's sitting at home worrying about me. That's to Alex. And if he got out, that means he's sitting at home worrying about me. So I'd better go. I can't even see the hole now, so thanks again, man. Maybe I'll see you around. He turned around and walked towards the backpack hanging on the back of the chair. He lifted it and came back towards me. I was still standing in his doorway blocking the pad. He nodded towards the door, asking me to let him pass. I kinda want what's in that backpack. Lower your weapon and let the kid pass? Sorry, pal, but you can't just walk out of here. Show me what's in the backpack. Wow. Are we scumbags, you're asking? You know, this whole thing seems a little bit fishy to me, you know? Let's see what's in that backpack. Man, and there I was thinking about that you were one of the good guys, Alex sniveled. I thought you were this noble dude going around saving people, but I see now you were planning to rob me. Well, screw you. He reached into the rucksack and pulled out a food can. I don't have anything of value. He pulled out another can. I only have some food for a couple of days. He set a bag of pasta next to the cans. So you're going to take it? Take it. A bag of buckwheat grains appeared after the pasta. I'll die of starvation. Hope that weighs on your conscience. I hope you suffer over it. He pulled out some canned meat. But if you want, you can take the suffering. At this time, instead of more provisions from the depths of his rucksack, Alex pulled out a gun. He had me going for a second there. I felt bad. I was gonna be like, you know, I hope there's an option for me to be like, you know what, take the food back. And now we got to this last line. And now we gotta fight this dude. Oh, okay. Well, luckily for us, this one, he's being deemed abandoned, so maybe this is fine. I'm hoping that I should have just let him pass and nothing would have happened, hopefully. I mean, actually, no. I'm hoping that this is probably the best route, and there's not a better option than letting him go and then something else happens that rewards you better. So I'm hoping this is like the best route. Don't think I need a grenade for this bad boy. But let's just have it ours just in case. Shotgun and this. I think this is a fine loadout still. Yeah. He's right in front of me too. Let's start off with the shotgun blast maybe? Sure. Very good. I took off all of his armor, and he's down to HP now. Unfortunately, now we have to go pew pew. Oh, the old 69. And this will be enough. Very, very good back-to-back fights. The man gasped his last. I dragged the body into the corner, then I started looking around the place where the man had hidden from the wolf. The only furniture in the room was a cabinet, a desk, and a chair, and the room was scarcely bigger than the workroom where I'd fought the wolf. There were 2 more doors, both shut with heavy padlocks. The desk drawers contained nothing interesting, but then in the cabinet, I discovered an almost brand new hazmat suit hanging on a slipcover. I slid it into my backpack. Nice. Alright, so we got a hazmat suit. Now, here's my question to you guys that have played this before. Is this the best choice that I've made? Fighting the dude, should I let him gone and nothing would have happened, or something good would have happened? Or the hazmat suit is only available if I do the wolf fight and kill him too, and you know, whatever. So hopefully, you guys can answer that for me. Now, we're not done though. From here, I can go to the room containing the state collection of viruses, the chemotherapy lab, the virus structure lab, and the unmarked room. The exit to the stairwell is behind me. So let's go off into the state collections of viruses, maybe? The virus structure lab is where we're just at right now, right? Yeah. I entered the small workroom and saw a solid steel door with a warning symbol and a sign that read, "Protective clothing must be worn beyond this point." Like the hazmat suit? I shone the flashlight through the little windows and caught sight of the edge of the table. There was a rack of test tubes, another test tube lay on the table next to the rack, and a dried muddy yellow puddle. I've got a hazmat suit. I can go in and take a closer look, but maybe it's not worth it. Nah, man, put that on and go check it out. The room was very long and the far wall was followed by darkness. The collection of viruses was laid out across 3 tables and test tubes secured in racks. Certain test tubes were empty. As I panned my flashlight across the rest, I saw that they contained cloudy yellow, pink, or pale green liquid. There was broken glass and dried puddles on the floor and tables, and patches of gray-brown mold appeared in patches on the wooden tabletop. I couldn't smell everything from inside the hazmat suit, of course, but I would bet that the place had a fair stench about it. Carefully search the room or go back to the corridor. There's a lot of broken things over here, and like, you know, mold, and I'm a little bit worried, but I'm hoping that nothing tears open the hazmat suit. Carefully search the room. The smashed test tubes indicated that the building had been shaken during the nuclear attack, but not violently enough to overturn the chairs. There were microscopes on the bench running along the far wall. A chunk of plaster was sticking out from under the table. It probably fell off during the bombing. I bent down and saw a hole in the wall. There was something inside. Ah, quest item 2. Well, what do we have here? Looks like somebody wanted to send a letter, but they forgot or ran out of time. Its contents might be of interest, seeing how it happened and seeing how it was hidden in the wall and all. I hope the paper didn't get too damp in there. I don't think I'm going to find anything more in this department. I need to leave this institute and examine my find. Oh, that was it? But what about the other locations? Oh. There was like 2 rooms that we could have searched that we did not search because I went there first. I mean, it made it seem just now like there was nothing in them anyway, so don't waste your time. But I still, like, if there was something in them, cool. But if there was something in there, this still give you the option to be like, do you still want to go out there and check it out, or are you done? Well, either way, let's see what this quest item's all about. Oh, and by the way, am I hurt after this couple of fights here? No injuries or disease is good. So inventory. Letter to Tula. Dear Nadeshda, when you read this message, I beg you, do as I say. I don't want to frighten you, but things are bad. Nesterov didn't come to the lab today. The rest is eligible. The ink is blurred. The recipient address is on the envelope. NV Kulik Tula 28. Yeah, that's a mouthful right there. Prospect. When I left the institute, the first thing I did was to take out and examine my main trophy. The letter was from a cache in the state collection of viruses. As I feared, the cheap paper had grown damp and the ink had run, both on the envelope and on the letter itself. But the little I could decipher was very intriguing. I don't want to frighten you, but things are bad. Nesterov didn't come to the lab today. It looks like there was some secret being kept in his place. I need to go to Tula and speak with this Nadezhka Kulik. And I hope she knows something, and that she's still alive. If I'm lucky, I'll find whoever wrote this letter there too. Where are we going? It's actually not too far, all things considering. Not too far at all. Okay, so that's the next part of our quest over here, right? Let's handle a small little save here really quickly. And I will search this area off camera. So what I would like to do for us now is get down there. Yeah, get down there to see if we can find that person. Since I have to come back here and search, I could leave the stuff I left over here. What did I leave there behind? It was mostly like nothing that I really need at me at the moment. So yeah, you know what? Let's just go down to that quest area, and then off camera, once we're done recording, which we're almost actually at a time, I will come back and retrace my steps and go through all this here. But let's at least get down to that area. What I would like to do, however, before we do that, is maybe stop by and get some gas somewhere, so that I feel like a little bit low on gasoline here. Drain that. And drain that. It's good enough. Radiation, we'll be fine once we leave this area. Although there's one more spot for cars here. Yes. Let's go ahead and drain you. And drain you. Okay. Alright, we're out. Don't worry, we're out. Leave me alone, radiation. Okay, we're fine. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's go back to regular. I could load you up, that's gonna tire me out, so I'll do that later. Where is my... What the hell was I about to do? Wanted to do something, I just forgot what it was. Alright, the mask thing, right? So, where's my... There it is. Where's that one? Okay. I don't want to sit... I don't want to have to go somewhere and rest right now. So how about... I'll let my HP recover on its own accord. We could... Well, we have radiation. 10, 10, 10. That's fine, let's have this one. That's good. I'm just trying to make sure that we don't have to stop right now. So let's go down to... Tula. That's where we're going. Okay, so let's keep in mind that Tula itself actually has a 3-level radiation setting as well, so... it's not a big place though, it doesn't look that big, so... Hopefully it should be fine, yeah. I'm not gonna switch over to the other good stuff. Although there's definitely a good amount of things to check out here. But as I said, I will definitely be looting off camera because I gotta go back to Moscow and do a bunch of looting there, so... Yeah. It's gonna take a little bit of while off camera for me to do all that, but that's fine. So that'll be the intact house. It's not really much of an intact house when you think about it. It's like completely broken down, but hey. What do I know? And we got some fuel over here. Let's actually pick up this fuel before we move onwards because, ooh, that is a good amount. Especially all the backtrack I gotta do right now. It's gonna be very useful. Alright. I mean, they're giving me a lot more combat recently, so hold on. Let me just step outside here really quickly. I want to get back my energy and my HP, just in case. So... let's see here. I believe you, if I boil you, you actually give me HP back. Give me 5. Not hungry enough for a bit more, unfortunately. That's fine, we're at 81. That's actually better. And let's, just in case there's combat in here, let's put on highway armor. We'll lose our stealth, obviously, but that's alright. Handle a save. And... let's go for it. Excuse me. Oh. Wait, what? It's not an intact house at all. Well, what? Okay. Number 28 of, Krasomos, blah, 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 no longer exists. Ah! I get it now. So we went there thinking that was the place, but then in reality it was literally the ruin. Okay. So you know what, game, you're right, I was in the wrong here. I jumped to conclusions. I found myself in the very center of a giant waste ground, littered within chunks of brick, concrete, and shattered trash. Here and there, pathetic remnants of brick walls and concrete slabs rose up out of the ground. I suppose a nuclear bomb went off here, in 1984, right where I'm standing. No one could have survived it, but maybe Nadashka Kulik had fled the city before the bomb. I need to find out where there are survivors near Tula. So there is a survivor base. Oh, that's actually really nearby. Alrighty guys, so you know what? We have to go to the survivor base and everything, but we'll do that next episode around. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, let me know in the comments by leaving a thumbs up on the video, and we'll continue to do more of this. I need to do a little bit of backtracking to go through all the stuff that I skipped, but we'll come back next episode whenever we're ready and continue here at the survivor base. I will catch you next time.